Hello, and welcome to Renee Speaks Golden Nuggets. Thank you for joining me, Ashley, and welcome to the show. As you know, this is a continuation of our Renee Speaks podcast, which airs every Friday. And so we are continuing the conversation, doing a deeper dive into what we were talking about originally, which is primarily what it's like as to live as a rock star virtual assistant. And you have pretty much mastered that. And I consider you like the epitome of the definition of Rockstar virtual assistant. And so we're going to continue with a deeper dive into what that actually means, what it looks like, and how you got to be so great. So I'm going to start out with giving you an opportunity to share a little bit about yourself and who you are and how you started on what interested you the most about being a virtual assistant.
Well, the flexibility. The flexibility of being a virtual assistant and working from home and creating your own schedule. That's everybody's dream. You hear people all the time want to be able to have that kind of job, and I do. So that is just amazing. It's one of those things where you just thank God every day that you got to have such a cool job.
Yeah, could not agree more. And that what I have found in just different discussions that I've heard different business owners and corporate folks talking about is how competitive the employment market has become, because so many people are demanding, not just asking, but they're demanding that they have more work-life balance and that they be allowed to work from home. As a condition of taking their job offer.
That's right. I think there is a shift because people are tired and they're burnt out. And I think everyone's becoming more aware of burnt out. And one of the things I had a conversation with somebody is kind of unlearning the grind. I think we're especially my generation feels like, it's grind, hustle. And we're so burnt out that now it's like we're trying to unlearn that a little bit. It's important to have a good work ethic, but not at the cost of your sanity and your health.
Right. Exactly. Not at the cost of your sanity and your health. And like you said, it definitely is a mind shift because that's the way we were brought up. That's the way we were raised. You work hard. You go to the same job every day. You put in your 8 hours and you give your absolute best. This is after going to school and working hard in school, getting your degree, all of that. Be committed, be devoted, be dedicated to this company, and they'll take care of you. And then you retire after 40 years or whatever. At least that was my generation. You retire after 40 years, they give you a watch or something. And then you supposedly retire and go live your best life at 65. Yeah, no, I think this generation of folks is like, I don't think so. I'm 20, I'm living it now. So it definitely is a shift in the way people are thinking and their attitude toward work and what place work has in our lives. Yeah. So when you think about working as a virtual assistant, how do you train and mentor new virtual assistants to ensure that they're successful in their roles?
So that's a tricky question because it's really customized to each virtual assistant that comes to our team. Everybody comes to our team with a different set of skills. So it's part of that is having open communication to assess what those skills are and to make sure that you continue to nurture those skills and to nurture new skills. The more skills you have, the world is your oyster. The more things you can do, the more demand you're in, the more things you can do, and the more opportunities you have to decide I do general admin work, But I got to start playing around with social media, and that's really nurturing my soul. That's bringing me joy. Maybe I want to do more social media stuff. And so
Mhm.
I have such a unique position to be able to connect with all of our team to find out what their skills and passions are every week.
Yes. Yes. And I love that because sometimes they may not even know what they like until they're presented an opportunity to
Mhm.
actually do it, or practice it or like, because I know there was one team meeting where I had asked or given, I asked who had experience with a particular program, and no one had that particular program skill, but there was a similar program that they were aware of.
Mhm.
And I said, well, this is an opportunity. If you want to learn more, go here and play around, go watch some videos, see if you like it and see what you can learn. And you never know what client it may be looking for that particular skill. And you can add that to your resume. Yes, I have this experience. I have done these things. And now, like you said, you are more valuable because your skill list has grown from general admin to now you can specialize in social media or this, event planning or whatever that could look like. So I think it's really great that you not only nurture them where they are, but give them opportunities to stretch beyond what they already know to explore what could be possible for them in the future. And I know that we did that as well with some others with video podcasting and editing and producing and all of that. And that's been so fun to watch as well. Just the growth and now some of our team members are training other team members. And so now they're trainers that they can include that on their resume. Yes, I'm a trainer and I train people on how to do this, that, and the other. And so to be a part of someone's professional journey in that way, it's just truly, truly, truly rewarding, and gives me a really great feeling of purpose. And do you agree? Can you relate? What do you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and you want people that you care about to be happy. And so and not to mention how much fun it is when you share something with somebody and you watch their mind be blown. Like that is my that is like my favorite thing is when they're
Yeah.
struggling with something and I'm like, "Well, there's this really cool resource or this really cool tool." And then you literally watch them like like I love that. That is my favorite thing to do to our team members.
Same, same. It's like their life has changed forever because you have shared this with them. And I can completely relate. I love it when that happens. It's truly, it's fun. It's fun to watch, really. So as you think about it, how can virtual assistants provide value to businesses beyond just administrative tasks?
So, one of the things, just like my relationship with our team members build relationships with our clients. And so you become really privy to personal information, family
Mhm.
members and doctor's appointments and all that kind of stuff. And so
Mhm.
I think you kind of become, in a professional sense, like a friend. And
Mhm.
so being able to show your support for them beyond just, for example, one of our clients lost one of their big clients recently, and it was kind of a tough week for them. And so
Mhm.
I reached out to our client and I said, I know you're feeling the pressure. I know things are really challenging for you right now, but I know you've got this. Let me know whatever I can do to help ease. I have a couple of ideas of things that might help you feel like you're more in the loop.
Mhm.
And I think that's valuable to be able to be like, I can schedule a meeting, but whatever else I can do to help ease your burden, I'm happy to do. And they are always appreciative, even if they can't um, take you up on the offer. Just knowing that you care in that way is it just they know you got their back.
Yes, absolutely. And because one of the things that as virtual assistants, we truly learn quickly how valued a partner we are on their journey. Whatever our clients are dealing with, like you said, they know they're not alone. We are their partner. We're in it with them, the good, bad, and the ugly. And because we're virtual assistants and we're like Fort Knox and they can trust us with this information or this thing that they're going through and know that no one else in the organization will ever find out because that's our job.
Yep.
To keep things private. And so when we partner with our client, we give them that assurance. We kind of are that little security blanket where they know they can be their true selves. They can say things to us that they would never say to anyone else. But they need somewhere to vent. They need somewhere to get it off their chest. And they know that we are a safe place. We're a safe place for them. And that relationship is not one to take lightly. We do not take that lightly at all. And I'm so glad that you are so experienced in knowing what that means and what that looks like, that at Executive Help now you can train, and that you do train at the virtual assistants on our team, what that's all about and what that looks like and how that works. And I know our clients are so grateful for that. And they are, when I check in with them regularly and I ask, well, so how's everything going? And they're like, oh my God, they're amazing. They're so great. I didn't know how great life could be, once they came on the team, because now I can do this and I can do that. And I can actually go home and have dinner with my kids, and not be at the office after dark, all of these things, that they say to us. And it's just so great to be the source or the reason or I consider it a blessing and a gift to be able to be in this position to help somebody else's life be better.
Well, and we've had a client who I believe when we first came on, he had said, I've been playing defense for so long that now I get to play offense. And that
Yes.
was valuable. I mean, that was 3 years later. I still think about that because I can't imagine, how do you grow your business if you're spending so much time on the administrative stuff?
Right. Exactly. Hand that off. And they don't even like it.
No, because their businesses are not virtual assistant businesses. Their businesses are something else. So nobody wants to do the administrative stuff. That is the perfect stuff to pass off to other people.
Exactly. And busy people meet with other busy people. And how many times do we play phone tag or send back 10 different emails trying to schedule one meeting? If you are the president and CEO of a company, that is not your job. That is not what you get paid for. Okay. So hand that off to somebody who not only has a skill to be able to do it, but also loves doing it.
Well, and you think in terms of like monetary and finances, if you're running your own business, the administrative stuff doesn't typically bring you in money. If you're spending time on administrative stuff, you're not spending time doing the things that bring in money. So it's valuable and important and a strategic move in your business to make sure that you are delegating things that aren't bringing you money so that you can focus on the tasks that do bring in money to your business.
That's right. Absolutely. Then that is definitely one. We have a freebie called "How Do You Know When You're Ready for a VA?" And that is definitely one of the things that is mentioned. There's these different buckets of things that we can do, but which one of those are most beneficial to your bottom line? And so, and it makes some people hesitate, I think, to get a virtual assistant because they're like, oh, by the time I explain how to do something, I probably could have just done it myself. And, it takes too long to explain and all of that. But I think what they fail to realize is that if you explain that task one time, sure, it may take some time. And then your VA gets the hang of it. They get up the learning curve. You never have to deal with that again as a business owner, because now you can completely and fully entrust it to your virtual assistant to take care of it. And they're going to take care of it, right? Because you trained them. And your VA has taken great instructions and they follow instructions very well. And so now it's like you're doing it yourself, but you're not. Because you got this other person on your team now who is able and capable and willing and ready and wants to see you succeed by taking this off your plate and doing it. So I hope that's making some sense and resonating with some business owners and entrepreneurs on the value of virtual administrative support or virtual support in whatever that looks like, whether it's podcast support or calendar management, email management, all of the things that are taking you away from the things that make you money. Take them off the plate. Delegate. Delegating is your friend. Delegation is your friend. Repeat after me. Delegation is your friend. Okay, so Ashley, moving on, how do you see the role of virtual assistants evolving in the future, particularly for women entrepreneurs and working moms?
To be honest, I have a suspicion that in 10 years, all assistants are going to be virtual assistants. That's just
Mm.
my belief, because there are very few industries that require your assistant to be physically in-house. Like they're everything that 99% of the things that you're doing can be done virtual. And I think that this is a turning point. I think as people are becoming more aware of what a virtual, because I mean, even when I started 4 or 5 years ago, people were like, what's a virtual assistant? And I now that people are starting to figure out what that is, it is something that can absolutely be done from anywhere. And I think
True.
that it's going to become more and more and more popular, especially as businesses realize that, you get a contractor instead of an employee, and you're not kind of dealing with some of the brouhaha, as employee stuff. And I just think I just watch. I bet you in 10 years, there will be mostly virtual assistants versus in-house assistants.
Well, I think I can agree with you on everything except for the 10-year part, because I think it may
It's
happen
maybe quicker.
and I think that is why differentiation among virtual assistant companies is so critical. And one of the things that we really have prided ourselves on, our model that we have as a differentiator, because the market is just flooded. I mean, there are virtual assistant companies everywhere, and people can pick anyone. And so it's a very competitive market. But part of what we do that helps us stand apart is the development of those client relationships and how we train our team members, and the focus that our team has on the nitty-gritty inner workings of our clients, and becoming experts at those things so that we can be so forward thinking and proactive about the things that they need, that by the time they realize they need them, we can already say, oh yeah, that's been done.
Yes. That's almost as much fun as blowing our virtual assistant minds, is when you have anticipated your client's needs before they do it and you've already taken care of it. Oh,
Yes.
that is so satisfying.
It truly is. And it's so relatable to us, because that's our passion. That is what, so like when I was in school, I was, young, and in Madison, Wisconsin, they had a summer youth employment program that truly was the foundation of the passion I have for helping others, because they assigned me 3 different assignments. So 3 different summers I was a part of the program. And the first summer I worked at the Madison Urban League, and they needed a library, and they helped me identify my passion for organization. So I got to categorize all these books and magazines and set them up on these bookshelves with their little bookends and in their little cases and all of that. And I loved the way it looked, and it was so uniform. And I became very anal at that point. I was 12. And then the next summer, I got to work at Norrell Temporary Services, assisting the office manager with handing out applications to people who were looking for work. And then once they finished their paperwork, I got to key it in and type it. And then the sound of the keys of the keyboard clickly clacking, it just really just resonated with my spirit, because the more I heard the clickety clack of the keys, I knew somebody's life was changing, because their application was being put into the computer and they were going to get a job and be able to take care of their families. And at this point I was 13. And so I made a decision right then. I was like, one day I'm going to run an office. And so little did I know that after more years of schooling, more years of education, more years of, marketing classes and DECA and business classes and learning shorthand and all of the things, that it would grow into now being an entrepreneur of, running my own virtual assistant service and teaching people how to do what I have learned to love from 12. And so it just comes, and so this is just such a full circle kind of thing that I just absolutely love, and I'm so grateful for it to have had this opportunity. So, and I know that you can relate.
Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. And I relate to the clickety clack of the keyboard, because I took a typing class, and like the faster I can hear the clickety clack is like, oh, stuff's getting done. Stuff's getting done. It's so satisfying.
Yes, absolutely. And everyone has their thing, right? So for us, it's the clickety clack of the keys. For another virtual assistant business owner, it was when she got to take her papers and go like this, and hear the papers on the desk, coming together. That was a sound that she absolutely loved. And so everyone has their thing, their thing that drives them, their things that gives them energy and joy in their work. And so I'm just so grateful that we have an opportunity to do the things that we love to do, and as fulfilling our purpose as our passion. So it is awesome. So before we wrap up, any more Renee Speaks Golden Nuggets? Do you have any more nuggets of wisdom that you would like to share for any tips or business entrepreneurs who are considering hiring a virtual assistant for the first time?
Communication. Get the word out. Whether you're a VA that is a new VA and you need clients, or you are a small business that needs help, get the word out. There are so many people out there that are looking for help or needing help for their business, that it's all word of mouth too. If you ever notice,
Yeah.
like all of our team is made up of people that have come by word of mouth. So just get that word out and let people know.
Yes, that is so critical. And that too reminds me of the importance of networking.
Mhm.
You cannot underestimate the value of networking and being a part of some organization that has people, just people that you don't know, because everybody knows somebody, like you were saying earlier. Small business owners know other small business owners.
Mhm.
So networking is so critical, whether you are wanting to be a virtual assistant or whether you're needing a virtual assistant. Especially if someone that already has a virtual assistant, you can ask them, how's that going? How does that work? And those kinds of things. And then they can refer you to somebody that they trust. And when you are connected to somebody that you trust, then it's easier to build on that kind of a relationship and to kind of dip your toe in the water and get started. So that would be my piece of advice to any entrepreneur or small business owner. Dip your toe in the water, just a couple hours a week, or, 10 hours a week or whatever, to see what it could be like. Give it a try. And see how your life has changed by being able to get some of those things off your plate and delegate. Delegating is your friend. What? Delegating is your friend. All right. So, Ashley, thank you so much for being an amazing business operations manager for Executive Help Now, our virtual assistant service. And keep up the great work. You are truly amazing. You are impacting lives and being there for our clients. And I cannot thank you enough, and truly appreciate everything you've done for us and our team and our clients.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you for having me today. And yeah, I love our team. It is so much fun to come to work and be around people you care about and you enjoy working with. So it's just a blessing.
Awesome. Well, thanks again. You have an amazing day.
You too.
Thanks.